Hello everyone. This is the video for the Android application that I use to translate languages. I didn't get all the features that I wanted to, but I'll explain some of that later. I want to start by showing the design of the actual application. I use a spinner to select the input language, an edit view to input that language. I use another spinner to select the output language, and then a text view will show the translation there. There are also two buttons, one for speech to text, which I did not complete, and one for text to speech, which I did. The speech to text is supposed to work with the actual edit view, and the text to speech is supposed to work with the text view. There are two menu buttons, one for translate and one for clear. Translate will actually fetch the string from the Google API, and clear is to clear both edit views. Some of this application was adapted from the Network Connect app that I use in the Hello World tutorial. Here are the string files that I use for some of the buttons, and also the language for the language array for the spinners. And here in the actual manifest file, I had to add several permissions to record audio and also connect to the internet. Here in the Java file, I was assisted by many of these suggestive text features that they have, and also doing some searches on the AndroidDeveloper.com and StackOverflow.com websites. Here are all the classes that I imported to complete this project. The main activity starts with just a few variables that I had to create. There's also the menu inflator, which I had to, so that you can use the translate button and the clear button. On create, I use the actual spinner to insert the languages. I mean, a switch case for the spinners to input languages. The text-to-speech button I just call speak, and then when it's actually clicked, the language is retrieved from the spinner, and then I had to set the language, set the locale of the language so you can actually hear the translation. This is the text button. My first attempt at it, I tried to use the speech recognizer class and then implement it through the recognition of the listener, but that didn't work. So then I tried the alternative route of creating an intent class with a recognizer intent for the action of recognizing speech, but I didn't actually complete it either. You will see that if you click the button, the activity does start and it attempts to record, but it doesn't have the right. Something goes wrong. Once the option is selected, the translate action, it'll take what's in the edit view and append that to the actual string using the URI class, and it appends that to the string to retrieve the translation. I also had to get my own Google API key to do that. And this is just a clear where it blanks each of the text views. Now again, this part was taken from the Network Connect app, so when you try to communicate with the internet, you have to do it away from the main activity in another task. It has a method for that called do in the background, and that's what this is here. So it actually loads this from the network. Another additional step I had to do is once I retrieved that string, I had to use a JSON parser to actually break down what is retrieved to just the translated text that I want to show. And a lot of the inputs and the read it returns the actual complete JSON string, and I had to break that down as I shown earlier. Now here's the actual application. As you can see, the default is enter a string here in the edit view, and translation will show here in the text view. If I actually select on the edit view, a keyboard will pop up, so you can actually enter in information here, or you can actually do a speech to text here, but it's only going to record in English. I couldn't get it to do other languages. See, this is just an example. Okay, it didn't get the text the way I wanted it, but it did record something. But let me just clear that. So if I wanted to convert that to, let's say, French, then I would, there's the French saying for it. And if you wanted to hear that,
Entrez ici phrase.
I'm sorry, let me try that again.
Entrez ici phrase.
Okay, so that's enter a sentence in French. Now if I wanted to clear that, let's use another thing. Android project for class. And then let's say I wanted to translate that to German. For some reason, I can't do 2 text-to-speech in a row. So let me try that again.
Android-Projekt für die Klasse.
Okay. So that's the application. It is working. If I try to do speech to text here, it begins, but it's going to have difficulty recording me. But if I do let it record, it just doesn't show in the actual edit view. So that's my application as is. I'm going to turn this in. I know it's a little early, but that's fine. Hopefully it does well. Thank you all for your time. Be blessed and enjoy life.